the craziness of over planning of what I do every year. And of course, after 8 years, this is no different. Hi, welcome to Schulte's Sweeties Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 14, 10, and 7. And we are going into our 9th year of homeschooling next year. And that is only homeschooling my youngest daughter. The other 2 will be in public school. So this video is all about the craziness. I'm sure I have got to not be the only one. I'm not the only one, I know. But this is like some of the craziness that I think it's been so long since I did pick out our curriculum, and I've shared all of those like by subject. But now I'm like, oh, this looks fun too. And so I have so much time in between. We still have a month left, so this list might even get bigger. But I could also use your help if you've used some of these extra resources. If you can let me know down below what you think, and there's a few things I'll let you know of what I really need opinions on because I'm still debating. So I can also guarantee that part of my process of adding more is it stems from something. I'm not over planning just to over plan. I think what part of it is I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be homeschooling. My youngest will homeschool alone this year, and it almost feels like the end is in sight. I don't know. I will homeschool her as long as she wants to be homeschooled, but we will also be able to have the conversation if she wants to be public schooled. So I think part of that is like, what do I want to do with her in this precious time that I have with her? So I think that's why I'm adding so much. But I'm just going to go through some of these things that I'm adding in. And yeah, I would love to hear from you if you have used some of these things. In the past, with my other 2 daughters, I've used Evan Moore's Beginning Geography, and I have actually not used that, I don't believe, with my youngest. And so I was thinking of getting one of those. I also got this like used through like an Instagram like bookshop. It's a very old version of this, but it is very similar to Evan Moore's. I don't know if I like all of these things, but some of these things might be helpful. So we will use this, I believe. This is actually K through 1. She's in 2nd grade, but there's some good pages in here, but I might actually end up getting Evan Moore's Geography as well. It's a pretty cheap workbook, but I do really like that, especially knowing the directions, and there's a lot of like good pages in it. So that is my idea for geography. We are going to still use Little School of Smiths. We got a few lessons in last year, so I think there's only like 5 lessons left. I mean, those take a while actually with Little School of Smiths. It's me on the map. So geography will do both of those. I think I do still want her to do something like workbook style, just because I think there's some good things in these workbooks as well. So my next thing I actually have not purchased, but I would love to hear. I am also considering and thinking about Cursive for her. She has struggled somewhat with handwriting, and I'm wondering if Cursive might be a good thing for her to learn. And so I was like thinking of looking into this different Cursive handwriting. We do have some of the Good and the Beautiful, but I don't know if I want to use that. I don't know. I do think I'll have to look through what levels we have like in PDF form. We have a lot of them, but I'm just not sure. I know like there's like Cursive Logic. If you've used that, I would like to hear what you thought of that. So I'm just gonna consider that and think about that a little bit more in the next couple of weeks. I will probably use like funding for that purchase from our public virtual school. So I'm not really in a huge rush for that, but I would like to learn more about that. Another thing that I ended up getting, we have like this variety store that I went to the other day when I was killing time, and I found this cute little like highlights book, and it's Reading and Writing Learning Fun Workbook. This is 2nd grade, and so it has different things in here. This is Get Ready to Write a Realistic Story, Complete the Story Map. So you have a story map, and here's a story over here. They do have some of like the fun highlights things, some games in here. So there's some reading and reading comprehension. There's all sorts of aligns with grade 2 standards, fiction, nonfiction, comprehension, grammar, vocabulary, and more. So I thought this was like, it was just a few dollars. It was not very expensive. It's $4.99. So that is one thing that I thought this would be fun to add in here and there. Also at the variety store that we went to, I found this. This is Playmats Dinosaurs. In my little reveal for our science, I said we're going to do the little hearts and hands from the Good and the Beautiful science. And I have those already. So I have like the dinosaur one, it's dinos and bones and stones, I believe. And then we have wind and waves, like the weather one, and it's about like water and weather. So I had found previously those like extra little workbooks, like if you had a little kid doing like the older kid science, so they had some of those like fun activity books. Well, they didn't have the dinosaur one at that point when I ordered, but now they do. But it would either cost me at least $10 to have it already printed, and so, I don't know, there was like the cost, and I just couldn't like convince myself the PDF was worth it, because it's just like, I don't know, the other ones are cute, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want it. So I found this for, I think it was like $7.99, and this is like fun, like placemat things, like color and ABCs, how to draw, complete the picture, create and color, much more. Looks like there's like some cut out things, like a puzzle type thing. So I thought she would have fun with this. I mean, we probably won't use these as placemats or anything, or play mats. But I thought this would be a fun thing since it does tie in with dinosaurs. So speaking of dinosaurs, that is one that I have been like hyping up a whole bunch. And so I've been debating on different like add-ons and things, and I have a few different activities I've shared. So I actually was looking through my shelves, and I came across that I have the paleontology, like older kid science book. So I am probably going to use this as a resource to kind of dig in a little bit further with dinosaurs, because I don't think Little Hearts and Hands is going to go too in depth. So I'm going to use this. I think a friend gave this to me after they used it. So I have this, and then thank you to Ode to Abode for influencing me. Once again, I think I'm always influenced by her. She said she's been looking into layers of learning more for like science and geography and history. And it was in her Instagram stories and stuff one day. Well, I decided to start looking on there, and we actually have the writer's workshop. We've not really used it a ton, but I've enjoyed it, what we have used. And so I started looking around, and I knew I did not want like a whole year course or anything like that. They did have a sale the other day. They might still have a sale. And so I just was like looking, and they actually had like a fossils one, and so I was like, I'm just gonna get that. And it looked kind of fun. It has dinosaur stuff in here, has like a game. So this is like the teacher's guide. There's also in here like writer's workshop stuff in here too. There's different books that they recommend, some different activities, and they have it like grouped by age, and it looked really good. And this is like only, less than 30 pages, I believe. And then they also have some like printables and stuff that you can use. So for like, it was maybe $6 for that. And I think it was even cheaper because there was a sale price on it. So I went ahead and got this one. So you don't have to get the whole like full year or like their whole schedule and stuff. Like you can kind of pick and choose. So that's what we did. And then I also went through, and I don't know why I did this one. There was probably something else that I could have gotten, but we are going to do U.S. history next year. And so this one looked kind of fun. This in some ways reminds me a little bit of the knot grass, some of the activities. There was something in here that the activity that the picture reminded me of knot grass for some reason. We used the Star Spangled Story years ago. So this one is the Revolutionary Republics, and I thought that could tie in well with what we're learning for U.S. history. So I've got those. I don't know. I I can't help myself sometimes, I think. But it was pretty much on sale. That's girl math, right? So then another thing that I shared that we were going to use is this nature school. I actually got these this year for my girls in case we got to it. We did not get to this. This is nature school, and this is like all about different things in nature. They actually have a workbook, so I have the workbooks for nature school, and I have this, but it looked kind of like maybe a little too much for my second grader. And so when I had shared this previously, someone told me about this from Daily Skill Building. And so I've kind of been in contact, and she was willing, and she sent me this so that I need to actually put it together in a book. This is Science Through Nature. This is a notebooking companion for nature school, that's main book. So this is a notebooking companion, and it looks really good. And this is for K through 3. So this is right up her age range, and like right up her alley, that she'll be able to do this a lot easier than if we were trying to do that other workbook. I think the workbook would just be too much for her. Another thing that I just decided to probably add, we really liked Scholastic vocabulary notebook this year, and I decided, I've been debating whether or not, because we're probably going to add in spelling this year too. So I just decided that I will add in the Scholastic's 240 vocabulary words that you need to know. This is grade 2. So I think we're going to add that in. I think it's pretty easy, and we can get it done pretty easily. I need to figure this all out, but we are going to add back in our morning menus. This is just for me and her, and she loved these, and we kind of like put them aside because my other kids were like over them, and I kind of needed a break too, but she really liked these. So I think we'll add this back in because this was a really fun thing for her. And so I'm going to put it, and it'll be nice because I can gear the menus toward her. Like I'll probably put in a calendar page. She really liked, we have some pages in here from Life in the Mundane. So she liked some of those things, and so I'm gonna let her choose some of that stuff. The thing I'm thinking of probably adding in for her, she is my youngest daughter, and she is kind of going through the grief process with like grieving my dad, and he died when she was 1. So she is going through that now because she's just understanding that he's gone, you know. So I did get this from Natalie Duhan. This is My Daddy Was Too Young to Die, and so I did a whole flip through video of this already, and I think I'm gonna pick and choose some of these. I might even like print out certain pages and put them in like our morning menu and stuff. So I think we're gonna add in some of this to kind of go through some of those emotions. And then I also was thinking about, oh my goodness, I go on these tangents and like think, do I need this? Do I need this? And I keep hearing people recommend certain curriculum. And so I was thinking like, oh, we might need like a reading curriculum, like an actual, like I want to read rich literature and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I have a reading curriculum or like a literature curriculum. So I pulled this back out already. This is Rabbit Trails Through Literature, and I think I started this with her and her sister, but it's been a few years, I don't know, quite a while. And honestly, I don't know if she would remember all of this. This is level 1. And so actually I don't even think I've done a flip through of this one yet either. So I'm sure there is one on Christine Zell's The Rabbit Trails. She has different flip throughs and things, but I will do like kind of a flip through of this one as well. But I was like, I don't need to get new things. So speaking of that, because I just don't know. I don't know why I got on this. I think someone on YouTube was sharing about the science from Beast Academy, which I didn't know about. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I started getting on there, and I've heard a lot about Beast Academy. And I know, well, the science is grades 3 and 4. So I knew that that's too advanced for us. Honestly, maybe we would have looked into it if my older daughter, my almost 5th grader, was staying home next year, but she's not. So I was like, well, okay, well, I looked at the math and I've kind of considered it because this is my child she's really like quick on math. She's going into second grade, halfway through her second grade math from Apologia. And I was like, this could be challenging for her, but I'm like, should I get Beast Academy? I found a deal, like a used deal on Facebook Marketplace for a really good price. I would have to drive to get it like 45 minutes. Not a huge deal, but I'm just trying to debate. It's a really decent deal if I want to get it or not. So if you have used Beast Academy, like as a supplement, because we're not going to get rid of our math curriculum, and I just wonder if that's too much. Probably is. So let me know what you think of that, and if you have used it and liked it as a supplement, especially, that would be helpful. So that is pretty much, I think, all of our craziness that we're adding in. I am actually going to do more of a rundown of all the things on our second grade curriculum list pretty soon. It might be a longer video because it's kind of a lot of stuff. So, and I'm going to share more about what I put in our morning menu as well. So stay tuned for those, and don't forget to comment down below and like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a great day.